Hey there, painters. It's Mr. Korb. Welcome to Advanced Painting here in the Digital Art Lab. Today what we're going to be doing is you're going to begin researching the idea of figurative art. And where's my book? Figurative art. Figurative art. It's a couple of different definitions that we can deal with. And I'm in the G's. Figurative art is used in two sometimes contradictory ways. Traditionally, it's been applied to artworks that are representational rather than works that are completely abstract. Grounded in nature, such images encompass everything from nudes and portraits to still lifes and landscapes. That's one way to define what figurative art is. We are going to base it on things that are observable, but we can take it towards abstraction. Although modern art, beginning at the 20th century, and remember ending in about 1978, seemed to be moving decisively toward total abstraction. And by the end of World War I, figurative alternatives were already emerging in the work of artists associated with New Schöngkeit and Surrealism. So works like those by Frida Kahlo were figurative but abstracted and surreal. Many other artists not connected with movements or groups, such as Alberto Giacometti and Balthus, produced figurative works that are of increasing interest to today's viewers. A reminder that history's judgments are constantly being revised. According to Webster's New World Dictionary, figurative also means having to do with figure drawing, painting, etc. This sense of the term is gaining popularity. To many speakers, figurative painting means painting of the human figure. And so that's one of the points that I'm really going to emphasize here, is that your self-driven artwork is going to be your own artwork in whatever style, method, scale. Obviously, we're using oils, but it's going to be of the figurative nature. Now, does that mean it's got to be head to toe? No, it doesn't have to be head to toe. However, the point of the piece is not necessarily about the landscape that's around it or the objects that are on the table in front of it, but the focal point, the most important part, is the figure. That also means it's not this. It's not the portrait like you're looking at me. If I were to back up a bit further, it would be about more of the figure. That's a little too much. Not enough. Down to the knees. I don't know. Today what you're going to be doing is I've given you a number of different links here on our website. So while you're here in the computer lab, you're going to be researching using those links that I've given you and coming up with some of your own ideas about what figurative art can be, is, and how you might find it for yourself. So today's a good research day. Friday, when I'm back, we're going to have one-on-ones and we're going to talk about things. Now, that also said, I'd really very much like for you, and you heard about this on Monday, to have the scale of your canvas, if not already built, ready to go so that we can very quickly build it on Friday. We're going to work through this figurative, self-driven piece over the next 2 weeks. That's it. That's 5 sessions. That's 5 times, that's 5 plus 1 is 6 plus 1 is 7.5. That's about 7.5 hours of painting time, not including the hour and a half of building time. So we've only got about 10 hours to do this painting in. Whatever time you do on your own is entirely up to you. I want you to think bigger than what you've been working. We've been pretty conservative with our pieces. So if you want to think on a larger scale so that you can have more of a gestural component to your work, then we'll do that. Speaking of gestural, on Friday, we're going to take about a half hour and we're going to bust out some drawing paper and some charcoals, And we're going to do some figurative drawing just to kind of get your arms moving, your hands and your bodies moving in the figurative style. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, ideas, write them down. Let me know so that on Friday I can help you out with that. That's it. That's all. We've got, I have no idea, 5 minutes running here. So that's a good amount of time. You've got research to do, have your sketchbooks being worked through, write everything down, draw things out. Remember to start gathering your own images, making your own images. This is all your imagery. I cannot emphasize that enough. So that said, get started, get researching, and use this time really wisely. Thanks. I look forward to seeing you guys on Friday. One last thing. I do look forward to seeing you on Friday. But we also have the Mary Horde Art Show, which I've been talking about but haven't really gotten a whole lot of stuff back from you. So Friday, please make sure that you've got whatever artwork that you're going to be using in that show ready to roll here on Friday for me to have. Questions? I didn't think